We all know that talking to teens about the dangers of drug and alcohol abuse isn't easy. In an effort to reach our youth, North Hartford High School psychologist Crystal Hensel wrote the play Addicted, which is an honest look at the impact drug and alcohol abuse has on individuals, their relationships, and their family members. Here to tell us about this powerful theater piece are Crystal Hensel, writer and director of Addicted, and Julio Fernandez, who's an actor in the piece as well. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Well, bravo to you. This is something that you decided to put together, what, 6 years ago?
Right, I wrote it 6 years ago. The topic of addiction has always been close to my heart. My brother actually struggled with addiction throughout most of his life and ended up taking his own at the age of 19.
Oh my.
So it was really from that experience that I wanted to make something good in the midst of tragedy. I also knew there was transformative power in storytelling, so I drew upon my own family experience and that of others and created the play Addicted in honor of my brother.
Okay, well that's very touching, my heavens. Well, so tell me a little bit, I mean, Addicted kind of gives me a sense of what the play's about, but can you give me a few more details?
Sure. So Addicted tells the story of 3 young adults who are struggling with a variety of addictions. So we highlight heroin, prescription pills, and alcohol use. And the play not only reveals the devastating impact to the addict, but to one's family members.
Okay. And why do you think this is so important to get? I mean, obviously, you've had a very personal story, but you think that it goes beyond just your personal experience. Why do you think it's important for folks to hear about this?
I think it's important because there's a lot of stigma associated with addiction. I know parents sometimes are embarrassed to talk about their children who are struggling. Addicts themselves talks about feelings of shame, lack of self-worth, feeling judged. I mean, I even remember my own experience with my brother who was struggling and how hard it was to ask for support. So I wanted to change that. And I really wanted parents to walk away and any audience members to have a better understanding of addiction, to walk away and have empathy and compassion for individuals who are struggling. And I think it's important to show those that are struggling that they're not alone. Yeah. So I wanted really to highlight those topics.
Right. So Julio, you play a character named Alex. Can you tell us a little bit about that character?
Yes, so I play Alex in Addicted. He is a 22-year-old addicted to heroin. And the thing about Alex, the reason he's unique in the show is because he does want help, but he's the only one that doesn't seek it through professional means. He tries to conquer addiction on his own, which... Yeah.
So there's a message there, is that right? It's something you can't do by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
We all need help.
Okay, so we're talking about reaching out to youth, but when I ask you who should see this play, it's not age specific, is it?
Anyone who really wants to learn about addiction, this tool really can serve to fuel conversation. It is recommended for ages 13 and older because of the mature content. But we've had recovery centers come, we've had parents, we have students, administrators, counselors, teachers, really anyone in the community.
So, okay, so Julio, what impact has this play had on your own life as an actor, but also just as a young person, a 20-something male? How have you been affected?
So it's given me a much deeper understanding of what addiction looks like. You always think you know about broad topics like this, but until you really see it either firsthand or through an unfortunate traumatic experience, you really don't know. Like the depths of the darkness.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've been talking a lot about the play. Let's put up the calendar so people know.
Sure.
This is free and open to the public, and it's a great piece. Apart from it having an important message and learning a lot, it's a great piece of theater. They're the 3 days, March 21st and 22nd at 7 p.m. at North Hartford High School, and then April 6th. 7 p.m. at Mount Zion Church. And I got to ask you, you've been doing this now for a number of years. What kind of feedback are you getting from audiences? What kind of impact do you think you're having here?
Well, I collect feedback every year from all the audiences, and the one word that always comes up is powerful. I think Addicted highlights what addiction looks like in a real, raw, and honest way. So I think that those of us who have gone through it can really relate to the experience, and I think it really gives voice to the painful experience. But I also think that it conveys the message of hope and recovery and that sobriety is attainable.
That sounds good. So there is the website to go to find out more information about it, addictedtheplay.org. And quickly, in the 10 seconds we have left, what would you like audiences to come away with after seeing your performance?
Better understanding of addiction, more empathy for addicts and their families, and most importantly, for the youth to understand what a path of drugs and alcohol can look like and how it can lead to addiction.
Okay, well, thank you to you both.
Thank
you
you.
for all the work that you're doing to help fight drug and alcohol addiction here in Harford County.
Thank you.